my special little black book where I've actually written a list of pros and cons for this video. Persimmon, anyone? Hola people! Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stefania. I'm also known as Fruitarian Farmer. Shut up, seagulls! They're back. Little shits. So basically today I'm going to talk about my honest opinion about this cooked food. Pros and cons. I've actually got my little black book here. My special little black book where I've actually written a list of pros and cons for this video. You can probably see that, you know, one list is definitely longer and I'm pretty sure you know which one it is. I'm not saying anything until we get started. So let's begin with the pros of cooked food. So what actual benefits did I obtain? First thing I've got on my list is it's easy to eat out. Why? Because we know it's everywhere, every restaurant you go to, every pub, every shop, every fast food stall. There's usually always something cooked or easy or vegan that you can eat. So it's pretty easy if you're out and about. And number two, you don't have to buy a lot of fruit. That was all I could come up with for my pros list. There was really nothing else that was of benefit during it. Nothing. One thing that was nice that, you know, maybe if you're with friends you eat the same food, but that's not really a benefit. That was just kind of easier in a way, an easier feeling. So that was it. I literally have two things on the pros list. So let's get on to the exciting part. Cons. The negative aspects of the cooked food diet. Weight gain in weird places. I'll explain that later. Number two, worse eyesight. So my eyesight actually worsened, if that's a word. It got worse. General congestion is the next one, in my head, in my lungs, and just in my body. I could feel congestion, like mucus, sore body. So I noticed just like, I just felt kind of stiffer, heavier period. So my period actually got heavier, and I was noticing a lot of like pre-cramping and also kind of pre-menstrual tension again, where I was just going a bit wacky before the period. Cysts in breasts, and this is something that I used to have about 5 years ago or something, way before I started eating much better. IBS pains, so again, something that I used to have before. So IBS is like, if anyone has it, you know how painful it is. Acne, again, I've always had acne anyway, but it just seemed to get worse again, and my skin has been grey. And it still doesn't look its best. It's still decrease in energy and general enthusiasm, joy. Just didn't feel as bright, as chirpy as usual. I didn't feel, how could I say, almost a bit depressed. I felt kind of just a bit down, and I didn't feel good, and eating more didn't make me feel good, even though it was kind of numbing any feelings I had. It definitely is numbing, cooked food. I mean, you have to try it yourself to see what I mean. Maybe you will after this video, I don't know. Feel and look older. I know that's gonna sound weird, but I felt like aged in a matter of a month. I felt aged. I felt, I don't know, like I had just become older, like overnight. I am 32. It's not like I'm, you know, a teenager, but I feel really young. Some days I feel like I'm 15, but in this 2 sort of months I've just been feeling older and a bit more, I don't know, stressed. And so yeah, just a big mishmash of stuff. Mishmash? Hated them ish. Hated them not. Bad breath, yes. Even like dental health, it just seemed a bit, not that nothing was going on, it just seemed like tongue was full of crap. Increased thirst, especially if I ate anything with all salt in it. So the minute I had salt, I was just like downing bottles of water, just so thirsty. Anxiety, which was something that, as most of you know if you watch my other videos, I did suffer from anxiety for years, like really debilitating anxiety, and I could feel slightly some of it coming back. And another thing that I'd written here was old thinking habits that had returned, as in thinking in lack, as in thinking panicking, worrying, overthinking, kind of this, all these kind of ideas. And yeah, it just wasn't, itchy eye, oh god. And the worst thing is, not the worst thing is, probably the best thing is that there are actually more cons that I could add in this list, but I've not added them in. Some of them are a little bit personal, and I don't want to talk about all of my stuff on the YouTube. I think what shocked me the most was the rapid weight gain. Just because, as I said in other videos, I've always been very thin, naturally very thin. Always found it hard to put on weight. And on a raw vegan diet, I actually managed to start gaining weight eventually, which was amazing. And now I see that it's basically fixed my malabsorption, which means I can now eat food and assimilate the nutrients in it, hence I can gain weight. But with the cooked food, it's like I just gain weight instantly, but for me, it goes into my face. So I get this like double, triple chin going on, and my eyes are all puffy and my cheeks are puffy. You know, if it went into other body areas, like my boobs or something, that would be great. But anyway, so that was quite a lot of information, and I hope it kind of opened your eyes as to the pros and cons. It might be different for you. For me, it's pretty clear what path I should be taking, which path I feel better on. Yeah, that's all. So thank you for watching. And in tomorrow's video, I'm going to be talking about what I'm actually eating now. So I'm not on the cooked food experiment anymore. I'm back onto raw foods, and I want to show, or really share with you what I'm eating now, what I'm preparing for myself. In the meantime, if you like this video, please give me a like, share the video with your friends. I'm just going to be making videos when I can. I actually kind of like doing them. I didn't expect to do that. In the meantime, you can subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with new videos, and check out my website if you want to know more about what I do. And there will be another YouTube channel as well that you can subscribe to too. So I will see you tomorrow in another video. Bye!